Good afternoon and welcome to this week's episode of Print21, the weekly video news bulletin for the Australia and New Zealand print industries. This issue is sponsored by Ball & Doggett, Australia's largest supplier of printable materials and of press room consumables, and now supplying wide format equipment. Global industry analyst Smithers says the market for printed packaging and labels will grow by almost 40% over the next 5 years. According to the latest Smithers report, between 2024 and 2029, the market will witness a growth rate of 6.3% CAGR in value terms and will rise from $512 billion to $695 billion in that 5 years. The report, The Future of Packaging Printing to 2029, says digital print is by far the fastest growing print technology for labels and packaging. It also says packaging printing processes will become increasingly automated for greater efficiency, with advanced workflows, robotics and artificial intelligence deployed on modern print systems. The Smithers report will be published on 27th October and will set you back a very handy $6,075 US, 10,000 in Aussie dollars roughly. The largest print deal of the year will see Epson buy the world's biggest rip developer, Fiery, for 875 million Aussie dollars, with the acquisition set to complete by December. When the deal is complete, Fiery will continue to operate as an independent provider of digital front ends and workflow solutions for OEM partners. Fiery rips are offered by virtually all digital print systems developers, including all the cut sheet digital presses and the Lander Nano presses. Fiery has sold more than 2 million of its rips and says it will maintain strict confidentiality regarding partner data, roadmaps and product information for its customers. Craig Heckenberg, Managing Director of Epson Australia, said by combining Fiery's industry-leading products and expertise with Epson's proven technologies and capabilities in digital printing, we're positioning ourselves to meet the changing needs of our customers and accelerate growth in key areas of our business. Fiery owner Cirrus Private Equity, which also owns EFI, split Fiery out from EFI in January last year. The move coming a year after it spun EFI's software division out as e-productivity software and sold it to another US private equity fund, Symphony Technology. Cirrus paid $1.7 billion US for EFI when it acquired it 5 years ago. The Fiery RIP originally enabled much of the digital colour printing movement, making it possible for what were essentially office photocopiers to print to commercial colour with fidelity and consistency. With a price tag of fifth the price of a multicolour A3 offset press, and with inline finishing and green button operation, those digital cut sheet printers wiped out the A3 offset press market in little more than a decade. Fiery originally created by legendary print technology developer Ephraim F.E. Arazi, who founded electronic page makeup developer Cytex in 1968. That was Israel's first ever high-tech business. At its peak, Cytex had annual revenues of $900 million US and 4,000 employees. But ever the visionary, Afi was co-developer of the technology camera that was used by the Apollo 11 film crew to broadcast the first pictures of the moon. Arazi saw the writing on the wall for the $1 million plus Cytex systems when the $5,000 Apple Mac appeared. Sold the business to Robert Maxwell, and in 1988 formed EFI, developing the Fiery RIP as its main product. Sadly, Arazi died in 2013, aged 76, after suffering Alzheimer's. Kirsten Taylor from Taylor Press is the new chair of the PacPrint board, PacPrint 2025 board, which is comprised of representatives from both the print supplier sides of the industry and the Print Employers Association. It will take place in Sydney for the first time when PacPrint runs in May next year, superseding the old Printech show. And it will alternate between Sydney and Melbourne every 2 years from then on. The expo and the conference are the biggest in the region and are co-owned by Print Employers Association VMA, Visual Media Association, and the Suppliers Association Visual Connections. Joining Taylor on the board are VMA President and Lithocraft Executive Chair Kevin Pigeon, along with Johnny Rumney from Selmac, Priscilla Dickerson from Epson, Andy Trumbull of Positive, and Sharon Dowsey of Spices. PacPrint Australia is Australia's premier sign and print and graphics show, and it signed its marquee sponsors for the expo in Sydney. With the platinum sponsor for PacPrint next year is inkjet sign, display and promotional print solutions developer Roland DG. In addition, industry sponsors including Spices, Positive, Signing Graphic Supplies, Muto, Epson, Graphic Art Mart, Fujifilm, HP, Mimaki and Selmac are also signed up. According to PacPrint, the sponsors represent a diverse representation of key players in the print and visual communication sectors. The 4-day event, PacPrint, will be at the Sydney Showgrounds, Dome Hall 2 and 3 from May 20th to 23rd next year, and promises a wide range of activations designed to inspire and inform, says PacPrint. And still on trade shows, the next drupa will run for 9 days, down from the 11 it took at this year's show, with the event scheduled from 9 to 17th of May 2028. And the world's biggest print trade show slims down in the new era. The organiser says the reduction in days is in response to the high proportion of CEOs, owners and top managers attending the show, some 3/4 of all visitors in the last event, who it says tend to spend less time there. The 11-day 2024 show attracted 175,000 visitors, down by 90,000 from the 15-day 2016 event. And that 175,000 actually the lowest in the Expo's history, which began in 1951. drupa, though, remains by far the world's biggest trade show. Its numbers dwarfing iGas in Tokyo and Printing United in the US by 6 times. The Chinese shows attract the most visitors after drupa, the last All in Print China seeing 108,000 visitors coming from 126 countries, and they walking through the doors in Shanghai. That's it for this week's episode of Print21. Go to the industry's only news website, print21.com.au, for all these stories in depth and more. Thanks to our sponsor Ball & Doggett. This is Wayne Robinson, editor of Print21, signing off for another week.